What's up, Zach Rodriguez? Mr. Jesse Booth? Mr. Freeze? How you guys doing tonight? Alright, so I created this new account. His name is Felix, and he will be in a 19th hole clan with J-Bone as well as several others. I think Golf Clash Chris is the name of the main one, and several others that will be named later. And let me turn the music down just a little bit. Open up my blue can here. Alright, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to talk a little bit about Tour 1 strategy, how to start an account. Let's not say it's the right way. It might be the crazy way, but it's definitely a way to grow an account fast. If this is going to be your second, third, or fourth account, then we're on the same page. If this is your first account, take from it what you will. Alright, let me look down the chat here, and if you watch this 6 months from now, just ignore this next part. Justin Nathania! What's up, man? Mr. Geek Army. My name is Geek. I'm in the Army. Mr. Jeremiah Hill, how you doing? Aaron Stuckey. Aaron Meadows, what's up? Aaron has a tip for us. Always just use a basic ball. No Halloween or Kingmaker balls. Okay, good advice from Aaron Meadows. I'm going to do something a little different, but it's very close to what Aaron is talking about. Alright, Mr. Jokio, what's up, man? Alright, so J-Bone says, do you like Pepe Le Pew's updated picture? Yes, J-Bone, I do. I don't think I sent it to this phone yet, but let me do that now. Let's see, did I save it? Nope, I gotta save it. J-Bone was doing me some super huge quick favors at the last moment after he streamed even. So thank you, Miss M-Bone, for allowing him to do that. So since he did all this hard work, I'm going to go ahead and... Excuse me. I didn't have time to put it on here. And I really don't know where I would put it. But J-Bone, you'll have to tell me where you want it, man. Alright, so... let's see, let me go ahead and send it from my phone to my other phone. You may be asking why I have to send it from phone to phone. If you play Golf Clash on your phone and you like to play tournaments, lots of bad things can happen. And I'll tell you what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to hit pause for a moment because I don't want you guys to see my phone number or my other phone number. So, but the bottom line is I have it on this phone. I don't have Messenger on it, so people can't bing, ding, ding me. And Facebook's on silent. So here we go. Give me just a second to get it over on my phone. Okay, we're back. So, J-Bone sent me a picture to add over here. I don't want to get to the clubs yet because that's going to be an in-depth discussion. Alright, so this is J-Bone's newest character for his Pepe account that he will be creating soon. It's kind of dark there, J-Bone. It looks like he's lost an arm, and but the can is showing up well, so think about the background there. Now, I take it back. You don't have to think about the background. When I put that on any other background, you'll be able to see his arm. Nah, don't put it on here. Well, it looks better on a white background, guys. What I do is set my phone to Do Not Disturb. Yeah, Joe, that's wonderful. I'm glad you can do that. I can't. So, anyway. Here we are. On this account, I have played 48 games. And you'll notice that it has a few extra coins. And you'll also notice that I have 2 losses. And I'm going to explain those losses because I don't want you guys to think that I would expect nothing but the 100% best for myself. You're going to lose. However, I have a valid excuse. On Tour 1, when you first start and you don't have a long iron with backspin on it, it does not matter how good you are. If you play someone that has played 200, 500, 1,000 games, and it's your 5th game, I think it was my 5th or 6th, and then my 18th game, I came up against opponents that had a long iron with backspin. There is no way to beat them if they understand what backspin does. And I will show you guys on my first game that I play. I told everyone I was going to do this. We're going to go basic everything. And don't worry, I'll get into explaining what's going on with the clubs because I want to do a snapshot of how your clubs can grow on Tour 1. We always talk about where do we get these cards. So you're going to have a real good snapshot of where you can get what cards, at least on Tour 1 after 50 games. It's totally, there's no level 2 or any higher on there. So we have basic, and I'm going to change to the basic ball. All right, so let's play one here. Guys, in chat, what's up? I do apologize. I'm trying to remember, this video is going to go kind of in a, I'm talking to people that may not be on here tonight because all of you guys may be past Tour 1. So if anyone looks this up 6 months from now, I want them to be able to get it from the perspective of this is my first tour. So anyway, here we go. We're going to play one game with basic clubs and basic ball, and I'll explain how if I get the wrong player, I'm going to lose the shootout because I do not have backspin. All right, here we go. What you want to do is, you can't reach the green. And the wind doesn't matter. You have no topspin, no backspin, no side spin. You just want to go ahead and take full overpower and keep it right in the middle. All right, if you're uncomfortable with full overpower, don't do it. But you want to hit it perfect. I said you want to hit it perfect, but as long as you hit it good to the left to good to the right, you should stay on fairway. And actually, if I could have planned that shot, that's where I would have put it. This will be fun. Aaron, I do not forfeit. I think I've pointed that out in the past. I think every now and then, when someone just makes me so mad from all the emoji spamming, and I know I'm going to lose, that's about the only time I could ever consider forfeiting. I'm not the kind of person that would sit there and emoji spam you back trying to make you mess up. Alright, so our second shot, because we have no backspin, but this is not what I'm talking about. This is not why I'm going to lose. Let's see, assuming... Okay, guest 197 has only played 13 times, so he does not have the advantage. Alright, this is a problem, guys. I'm going to be having to overpower just a little bit and putting some spin on, which doesn't work because I don't have any curl. So we're just going to do a little bit of overpower, very little, and kind of let it go left of the hole. And I probably should have hit it great to the left, but I didn't want to hit the rough area right there left of the fairway. Yeah, Zach, like I said, until you get something with backspin, you cannot win 100% of the time on Tour 1. And that's only because you're going to face a player that has backspin. And we're talking about the shootout hole. There's 2 of them, but the one specifically I'm talking about has a rough area in front of the green. What's up, Tater Tot? You see Felix the cat? Hey, Tater, didn't you have a new account you were trying to get going? Let's see. Hot dog, says Clint. Zach is correct. I was getting well, yes, you can get the hole-in-ones, but not on one of them because you don't have backspin. Now, unless you were doing a rough bump, which, by the way, would make you short about 5 yards, but that's the only alternative to when somebody does have backspin. You have to go for the rough bump. Yes, Jared, I did play Fernando, and I believe her name is Tina or something like that, and both of them emoji spammed me. Do you believe that? They gave me a funny face, and then they said, good luck. For no reason. They had no idea how good I was. Oh, that's tough, man. That's tough. All right, so I won that one, and I'm not going to show you another one with the white ball because I'll just be able to explain it to you. I wanted to show you one, and that's your one. That's all you get. All right, so because I have played 49 games and I have let's see, 47 times I have won. Every time I win, I go ahead and grind a chest. I don't suggest anyone else do this, but I did it so that I could see what kind of clubs Tour 1 is going to give me after 50 games and then 100 games. At 100 games, I will leave Tour 1. Now, strangely, I have a Tour 2, several Tour 2 clubs, and I'm happy with that, so that makes Tour 1 so much easier. There's really no advantage with the extra mile on one of the holes, but the other hole there is. And I only have one wood, so we're going to choose that one. And I have the Grim Reaper now, so I consider myself unbeatable on Tour 1 if my opponent's not better than me. That's about the only way I can put it. as opposed to I can't win. I can't lose unless I do poorly. And yes, once you get up to Tour 5 and 6, when you go back down and play Tour 1, you find out how good people really are at that tour that you thought was so easy. Alright, so rough iron, we're going to go with our only choice, rough cutter, and our only choice, castaway. So this will be the only account you see me playing these clubs. Alright, let's go ahead and play. Whoa, wait. You saw the one example of a white ball. Now I'm going to go back to Marlins. As long as you open plenty of chests every day, you'll get plenty of gems to be able to buy balls. And with this account, you'll notice I have 21,000 coins. That's because there was a $20 deal and a $5 deal that I bought both of them that gave me lots of gems. They didn't give me any coins, but because I needed to upgrade my clubs, I came down here and bought, with 600 gems, I bought 25,000 coins. And so that's why you don't see my amount that I've won, or excuse me, in my bank is nowhere near 25,000. It should be closer to 30,000. But because I have to upgrade my clubs, I have to spend money. And I don't want that to slow me down. So let's go ahead and open up a Tour 1 chest. The first 20 games, every time I opened one, I had an upgrade. And you look for your golf bag to have a little 1 on it before you get to this. So nothing upgraded. And I've got plenty of Titan balls, Kingmakers. I don't think I have any Quasars yet. Yeah, I'm still looking for my first Quasar. But I did get a Katana, and I've got a couple of Titans, and I've got 6 Kingmakers just by opening chests. The pumpkin balls, mummy balls, dead balls, and spider balls, all but 5 of the pumpkin and spiders, I bought those. And then got 5 free today, which is awesome. So happy Halloween, guys. Alright, so here we go. We're going to play the 50th game, and then we're going to look and see which clubs you get in Tour 1 chests. Alright, Johnny Doe, and if you said something before Johnny Doe says, "Hi James, what's the name of your clan?" Just know I missed it, and type it again. If you put Fun and James in there, it'll make it bright red, and I'll see it. I just started a rookie account if there's room for it. Yes, Johnny Doe, there is room, but I can't even join the clan yet because I'm a beginner. I should have created this account about 3 days before Sunday, so it would have moved up to Rookie 1. And then I could have played the tournament as well. That would have been crazy stupid, but I'll definitely be ready by the next tournament to play Rookie. All right, so this hole, and I actually feel like there's a small disadvantage on this hole to using the extra mile, because if I hit it great to good on the right side, it has a real good chance of going in that rough, which ruins your second shot. So I would suggest that you probably need to stick with the, think of the name of the club here. Let me hit first. See, I hit it great. Oh, Mr. Emoji Spammer. Didn't get me. So, but yeah, if I had hit good, I might have been in the rough, and then I could not have made the green on my second shot. But with the rocket, you're so short, you could just about hit it good to where it says hook or slice, and you still won't go in the rough because you don't have enough distance. All right, let's see. Big tip also: do not waste points on clubs you will never use. Yes, Geek, that's a great example. Great tip that we'll definitely talk about when we get to the clubs. The only reason I'm upgrading most of these clubs is because I don't have a better club. The only thing I need on Tour 1 is a long iron with backspin. Everything else is basically equal. Alright, because I didn't use the rocket, I'm between clubs. So usually I would aim my wood right there. And this club does not have topspin, but that just means I have to overpower it. It's kind of aiming basically where I want it to roll onto the green. Now the wind is going to move me just a little bit to the left. I could tell you it's 0.25 rings, but that won't help. Then I'm going to overpower. And I hit it great, but that's no big deal. We're going to be right next to the hole once we roll on. Yeah, guys, if you're talking about winning streaks in Tour 1, if it's not your first account, do not get excited with a big win streak. I think I'm up to 26 at the moment. I don't expect to get to 100 without losing one more 100 games, because somebody's going to come on there with 2,000 or 3,000 games with great clubs, and they know how to play Tour 1. And I have no idea why they'd want their trophies down that low, but that's just basically what it is. They came down there to pick on you. And if we meet one of those guys, they'll find out that they're up against someone that knows what they're doing. Those guys try to albatross this hole, and I'm with you. I want to, but at the same time, I know I'm probably not going to hit that albatross very often with the clubs I have. Is that James' phone's buzzing? No, I think it's the K's talking. She's the drummer. Maybe it did buzz. Facebook keeps blowing up over there. But it's not this phone. That's the one that matters. Turn everything off on your phone. All right, it's a draw. Let's see if we get that hole that requires backspin. Yes, here it is. All right, so I'll just show you that if you don't have backspin, the only way you're going to have any chance is to go right here where you see where I lose the line. If you put it just where you see the line, you're still going to hit that rough, but it's going to bounce forward, and you get about 5 yards away from the hole. All right, but because we have 4 backspin, we're just going to put it right there and then aim at the hole. And you see how the wind's pushing me over a little bit? We're just going to put it just left of the hole. There we go. We hit it perfect. And we just missed a hole in one. And even if you've played 2,000 times and you've got something with full backspin, it's very difficult for those guys to beat you. Aaron, yeah, we'll talk about how lucky people are and how unlucky they are about getting different clubs. I was shocked when I got the Grim Reaper. On my main account, I never used the Grim Reaper because I was in like Tour 5 before I ever saw it. My second and third accounts, I probably saw it kind of early, but I didn't want to use it because I was looking for the backbone. But I was so lucky on this account because even at level 1, it has backspin, and that's all I wanted. It's a great club. Alright, so I beat Guess 683 because they probably had no backspin. And that'll happen 4 out of 5 times. And now I have a dilemma. Which one do I open? Oh, let's open this one. It's cooked for a while. And I didn't see an upgrade, so nothing good in here. Alright, we'll go ahead and start that one. Alright, so here we are, guys. 50 games, 48 wins. I did get a hole-in-one, and you'll never guess, the hole-in-one was on that hole the first time I used the Grim Reaper with backspin. It was awesome. And I do use a premium ball. At this point, we can call it a premium ball. The Marlin, and it's so cheap you can continue to buy them with your gems without running out. But you also get 1 wind and 1 side spin. So that side spin really comes in handy when you're close to the hole. Alright, so let's look in the store. Every night at 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, depending on where you live, around that time, they change the clubs out. And I can buy rockets for 1 gem, but you see how I'm 19 of 200? It wouldn't make much sense for me to spend gems on it with it being so far away. But at the same time, you don't want to spend gems on a club you're not using or you're not going to use anytime soon. If I don't buy any of those club cards ever again, that club's going to continue to grow to the point where when it gets to level 9, I think 8 or 9, when it starts to really come into its own and have a lot of backspin, you can then use it only on par 3s in a tournament for it to make any sense. The rough cutter, I'll never spend a dime on it, not 1 gem. And even if it's to upgrade it with 1, I'm not going to spend any gems on it because I want to use the rough cutter until I get a better club. Same for the Castaway. Alright, so here we go, guys. After 50 games, we have a level 6 rocket, and we have a level 1 extra mile. So the rocket we expected, the extra mile we didn't. Alright, the woods. We never got the horizon, which is fine by me. I'll never use it. There's only 1 hole on, it used to be on Tour 2, and we may see it, we may not, that the horizon, when it's very young, has a lot of topspin, and you want to use that club in that situation only. But the last thing you want to do is have the horizon in all the time in Tour play and be stuck with nothing but topspin. Alright, so the Viper is a great club to have at this point, and it's actually moved me up to level 3, which is very good. Then on long irons, I only have a level 1 Reaper and a level 1 Backbone. And if you look at the difference between the two, the Backbone looks like it's a better club with one exception: backspin. It's got a little bit better ball guide, but that really doesn't matter at this point. No ball guides are good until you get some better clubs. But that backspin allows you to do things that the Backbone can't. The Reaper can do things the Backbone can't. Alright, here we go. In short irons, I have nothing except an Apache. Level 3, I really don't care because all I'm going to do is put the Apache short of where I want to go and let it roll forward. I'm probably not going to use any topspin, backspin, as if I had any. Yeah, I got a little topspin. But all I'm going to do is aim it short of where I want and roll it. Alright, the wedge. I have a highly developed dart for it to be in level 1, Tour 1. But again, guys, know that I've opened up about 50 chests. Every time I win, I fill those chests up, and then I grind them, because I want to see which cards I'm going to get. Alright, so the dart has no topspin, but you don't really need topspin on Tour 1 for the green shots. and not to mention the ball guide's not quite good enough for the top spin to show you where it's going to go anyway. So you literally just aim the dart right in front of the hole and hit it in. If you're stuck in a situation where you need backspin, it's got a little bit, but I would suggest you just do nothing except aiming at the hole and hit it. All right, rough iron, we have the rough cutter, totally useless club, but it's the only one I have over the beginner, and we're just going to keep that in there and let it upgrade all at once. When I get the junglist, if I get the junglist, it starts off a little better. So when they're very young, I'd say the junglist is better than the machete. And if you get the off-roader, you won't worry about using anything else until you get the razor. And then finally, around Tour 7, you'll get the Nirvana, which you might get early, you might not, but it's so young, you probably want to stick with the razor for accuracy or off-roader for more distance. And then sand wedge, nothing's going to be any good ever, but when you get the Malibu, at least if you hit a perfect shot and aim it at the hole, it'll go in. And then, as Tim said earlier tonight, when the Spitfire goes level 5, it becomes the best club. So really, it's your Malibu until you get a Spitfire 5. Everything else, not worth your time. All right, so that's where we are, guys, after 50 games. We'll do another update at 100. And for now, I'll just play several games. If anyone has any questions, please address them. All right, I'll read chat while it's not my turn. If you said something before, Clint said, "Yeah, Zach, it's kind of unfair. That's why on rookie accounts I play straight through on Tour 4. Clint's probably talking about how it's not fair about who gets clubs win. There are people out there with 400 games that have an Apocalypse 3. Makes no sense at all. Whereas people like me had 6,000 games and had an Apocalypse 3. There are people with 8,000 games and don't even have the Apocalypse. So, nothing's fair in this game. It's all random. If you don't believe me, just send a ticket in and have Playdemic explain it to you. All right, let's see. Go Felix. That is not a picture of Felix, is it? John, how old are you, man? That is Felix the cat on the left with the big eyes. And that's kind of a version of him on the right. All right, so let's go ahead and select the ball, even though I already did select the ball. I'm never going to let Playdemic live that one down. That once I select a ball, I shouldn't have to select it again. I don't care if it's a new bushel. I got it. All right, so just put it in the middle. And again, because I've got the extra mile in, I have a opportunity to mess up. So I want it to be left, not right of the target here. Okay, great to the left is good. Great to the right is bad. And I curled it the best I could. I want it to roll up nice and tight here so that I could chip it in. All right, the tournaments are a good challenge with rookie clubs and rookie. Yes, Zach, that's exactly. I've been dying to play some rookie tournaments, and I see you guys post, and not you guys personally, but you guys. You'll post your score. I'll get like a 12 under, and then you'll post your score where you got a 14 under, and then I look and it's a rookie, and I'm like, oh yeah, let me play rookie. I'll show you what a 14 under looks like. But so I get jealous, just like anybody else. So I'd love to play rookie because you can get those really high scores. And when you finish on the weekend and you're 4 strokes ahead of number 2, it just tells you that you love to play that. But you shouldn't play it with all I can say is overdeveloped clubs. All right, so this ball, you actually want it to hit to the right of the center of the cup, but since the wind's pushing it, I'm just going to aim it at the center, and we'll see if it goes in. For some reason, I always end up left of this hole, and I don't understand why. You just have to aim it to the right of the hole. So if the wind's pushing you right, just go ahead and aim it at the middle. If the wind's pushing you left, you better aim it to the right. Thank you, sir. Good luck. And I'm going to go ahead, when I can remember, I'm going to click on my opponents so that you'll see where they are in their development as well. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. I didn't see any upgrades come up. And again, on my clubs down there at the bottom, a 1 will show up right above it. All right, let's do this again. Let's look at chat. Hey, yeah, Vic, I totally agree. I wish somebody on YouTube had done something like this, so I knew what to expect. However, you will know that if you don't grind your chest like I am, don't expect the same results on your club development. But even if you do, I still say stay in Tour 1 for at least 100 games, because you need to develop those clubs so that when you go into Tour 2, you go in winning. There's no reason to go into Tour 2 broke. Yeah, Heathcliff is an awesome cat, Clint. I really hope you start an account with him and join the clan with us. We have is it a Clouder or Chowder? It's one or the other. We have a Clouder of cats in the new 19th hole clan, the rookie clan that we're starting. And again, if Golf Clash Chris is not in here, just know he's the captain. He created the clan, and J-Bone and I are going to join it, and several others are planning on also. Sandy says, Mr. James, with a 3-day-old count, I came in. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, Sandy. She came in 5th place. Yes, with Baby Bunny. Exactly, Sandy. It could be done, but I'm just letting you know, if you're new to the game, don't expect to make the weekend your first time you play the tournament. Sandy wanted to get my attention. I'm just messing with her. All right, Helios, LOL, you think, I think, not buddy. I am old, you sound like early 90s. Helios, you talking to me? All right, because I used the extra mile, I put myself into a bad situation again. I'd have to underpower this, but I'd rather overpower the Grim Reaper. So I want it right there. All right, so let's do this. No top spin, no side spin, just hit it up there. It'll bounce up, second bounce, then go to the green. Sometimes it'll roll close, sometimes it'll roll in. Let's see. Zach says, nice, Sandy. I always wonder how people play tournaments with only 80 to 100 games. Zach, you could do it with 10 games. This is like, oops, wrong chat. My experience with rookie accounts, with baby accounts as I call them, because not your main, is that I generally win rookie within the 3rd or 4th try. And I'm going to go ahead and just put some NCS Live on in the background. I know it's my turn. Sorry about that. There we go. Hopefully they'll play good music. RJ! I'm on RJ's TV. Awesome. RJ, you did mega awesome. I think everybody who streams had some excellent scores so far this round. And, I'll put myself in the lower third that I underperformed. I think in Expert I was 13 under and had opportunities. And then, Masters, what fun that was. Though I was proud that I finished with 11 under with not knowing much about the third tee going into it. Really should have practiced Tour 11. But I stay out of that tour. All right, thank you, Guest. And I forgot to check and see where Guest was. So I can call it immediately. If they only have less than 50 games, me with my little bitty 51 games is out clubbing people with 200 and 300 games. But if they have backspin, and I know if they have less than 25 games, they're not going to have backspin for the shootout, and that could be trouble. All right, so All we're doing is we're getting up to 100 games and growing the clubs. All right, no you can't. You have to be rookie 1 instead of beginner to play tournaments. Yeah, John, you can start an account Sunday before 8 o'clock, I think 8-ish, and grow it to get promoted. So you can play a tournament basically within 24 hours of starting an account. Now, you would have to play 10 or 20 games to get it promoted. And we'll check and see where we are in the promotions, and I'll show you where the cutoff is. All right, so I don't want to hit it to the right, guys. So, anything to the right with the extra mile, you're going into the rough. Right there. And it's no big deal as long as you're not up against somebody that's going to eagle. So let's see, Mr. Myrtle Beach. He has a name. That could be trouble. He has 44 games. So unless this is his baby account, we should be fine. All right, so they just make the account and literally start to buy coins. Yeah, Zach, all you have to do is buy the special ball pack, and you have your money, because you can get 25,000 coins for some gems. All right, so whatever you have, it could even be the basic rough iron. You just want to kind of aim it in front of the hole. The wind's going to push me forward, and if you hit perfect, you have a chance. So that may go in, it may not. Yeah, it came in kind of hot, but it's stuck. Yeah, Greg started his account on Saturday, and he's playing in this tournament. So, I mean, Zach, you're correct that if you want to do it without spending any money, it's going to take you at least a week to get your tours up high enough to win some money. But at the same time, you kill yourself with club development. Yeah, you have money, but you're playing Tour 2 and Tour 3 with the Rocket, and half your clubs are basic. You get creamed. So I don't teach people to win 50% of the time. OBS. Yes, Helios, you should, because several people keep asking questions about that. And though we were able to send them to a video, we don't have one with Helios on it. Alright, so this gets a little expensive, but that's okay. I spent some money. I spent 25 bucks, but that'll keep me going for the next week. And then I get to decide at that point what kind of an account this is really going to be. Am I going to continue to spend money every tournament and grow it up to from rookie to pro to expert within a month or two, or do I let it slow down and just stew in its juices? All right, so Zach, earlier in the video I went to the store and I showed you how you could buy some coins. Yeah, Sandy, I agree. And did you spend a dime? Answer that question. Yeah, you probably spent the $5 deal or something, and then bought your coins with it. All right, I need to take a look and see what my opponent is. Everyone's using basic ball, and obviously they look at me. I'm using a navigator. I'm totally crazy, but they are the cheapest ball, guys. It's not hurting my feelings at all. All right, so he's played 36 games. I can already tell you, because I have backspin on my long iron, he has a severe disadvantage. Severe. Just don't hit it good to the right, and I'll be fine. And again, when I'm hitting it with my extra mile, I'm actually hitting it further than I should when I full overpower. Thank you, sir. Next time, I'll tell you what, I'll switch it out to the Rocket, so I could show you how this shot's actually easier. Your second shot's easier when your first shot is with the rocket. Yes, Zach, you have to be in Rookie to play tournaments, and you also have to be in Rookie to join clans, which I didn't think far enough ahead, but it just gave me a week to grow them a little bit. See how I'm going to have to overpower. Looks like I have to really overpower this one. So I set myself up for failure when I do this, because you really don't want to overpower your shots because you want to hit them perfect. Yeah, that one's really short, guys. I didn't want to full overpower it because I didn't want to go too far, but maybe I should have. I'll definitely switch it to the rocket so you'll see a much easier way to approach the hole. And my opponent's in the rough, which is never good. You'll notice your opponents mostly on Tour 1, they don't adjust the landing spot. You always want the landing spot in front of the hole. Have to be Rookie 1 and not a beginner. Last time I'll say it. Well, John, I might have to say it once or twice more. Alright, so when you're setting up your putt, you don't want the ball guide to go beyond the hole. You want it to light it up, and that's it. When I first started playing, I would bring the ball back and hit it as hard as I could with it going through the center of the hole. And I didn't realize that, the extra 10 to 15 feet behind the hole that I was aiming at was killing me when I didn't hit the ball perfect. But if you just barely put it into the hole and light it up, you can now hit it great and it'll still go in. Alright, so let's go ahead and change to the rocket to make that shot easier. It makes the other hole harder on the second shot. Alright, so there we go. Let's open one up. And I've noticed that my upgrades have really slowed down. I almost got an upgrade every time, like I said, the first 25 times I played. But after that, you start to upgrade the clubs to the point where you have to get card after card after card, and 50 of them or 100 of them for them to upgrade again. It's not like it's going to give you something you haven't opened yet. Sometimes it will. Alright, so now I have no fear. I can hit good in either direction, and I'll still be on fairway, but I will be short. Yeah, see, I was trying for great left, but we'll go great right, and I will stay on the fairway with the rocket. And I'm far enough up where I can definitely chip with my dart. It's just a little bit longer of a chip. Yeah, Ryan, thank you, sir. Thank you. I wanted to do something, different. I wanted to do it my way, and so I'm not going to open up a no money account and take 6 months to show you how to get to level 3. We're doing the fast track. Mr. Hersey, you want me to do a dunk? I don't feel like these clubs are developed enough, and myself hitting perfect enough at the moment to get a dunk. So people on Tour 1 shouldn't be dunking, in my opinion, if they want to win every time. I'm just going to put it, see how it's pushing it left? I want to put it at the right edge of the cup now. And it may even need to go just a little bit further. If it had no wind, I'd say aiming at the center of the cup is going to be left on this shot. But it does go in. That's good. Zach's trying to understand how someone can open it up and 2 days later play in the tournament. If you open it on Sunday before you get promoted, and play enough games to get promoted. You get promoted. All right, so guess 177 did not make it, so let's go ahead and get out of here, and let's look at this. See if we can answer the question once and for all. I'm in beginner. I'm in 13th place. I scrolled up here earlier tonight, and it was kind of funny. Tongue Magic has 420,000 coins, and he's a beginner. But when you look, he's played 3,872 games, and he has played 6 tournaments. So he is not a beginner. Now, he may have gone on vacation for 3 months and got demoted. That's fine. But I'm just trying to let you know that that's why he's at 420,000 in first place. And unfortunately for him, that platinum chest is going to be so underwhelming. For people like me with only 50 games, I'm going to love what's in that chest. I'm probably going to get a new club. I'm probably going to get 1 or 2 upgrades. But that'll be about the last time, because once I start getting more clubs and getting upgrades, these chests really don't mean much. All right, so we're going to view all divisions. Sunday night, I will be promoted from beginner to rookie 1. I could have started this account an hour before promotion, and let's see if I can go back here, and all I had to do to get promoted was get 800 coins, or let's say by Sunday it might be 1,600 coins. So I could have played Tour 1 until I opened up Tour 2, then played Tour 2 until I opened up Tour 3, and then 1 or 2 wins, and I'm done. But again, I go back to say, your clubs would be terrible. Why bother? So let's develop these clubs this week. And then next week, I'll get promoted to Rookie 1, and I'll be in Tour 2. And then by the time the tournament starts the next week, I'll be Rookie 2 with some killer clubs. All right, here we go. Let's play Tour 1 again. The promotion zone Greg Wiseman was in only required 400 coins. Half the people had less than 50. Yep, so there it is. Yeah, Clint, it's really good the first time. That's it. After you get a couple clubs, you're not going to see upgrades and you're not going to see new clubs. All right. Because I'm using the rocket, I can't go as far, but I can hit good in either direction and stay on the fairway. All right, so I finally hit one perfect for you guys. And then my second shot, like I said, will be so much easier than when I hit with the extra mile on this hole. All right, so I think I'm caught up in chat. If I totally skipped you and you were thinking I wasn't going to be able to ever see it, go ahead and type it now, and I will definitely answer your question if you have one. All right, he has the Rocket 4, so Robert has a picture and a Rocket 4. He's played 40 games. I would like to say he's pretty good, and he has a good chance of having a long iron with backspin. If he does, then it's going to be a competition, as opposed to there's no way I could be beat on the shootout hole. And now I won't say if, when we get to the shootout hole, we'll see if we get it. All right, so I want to back this up to where it's right before the green, and I'm really going to zoom in, and you see how this is aiming at the hole, but the wind's pushing me slightly to the left. So I'm just going to move it over like right there. That's 0.235 rings for anyone that cares. Second bounce, then roll it on. And sometimes it'll go in, sometimes it won't. It was a little hot, but that's okay. It's not really worth using the backspin because that ball is not consistent enough I'd hate to put one backspin on it and then have it 1 inch shy of the hole or short. Alright guys, we've been going about an hour. I think we've given some great examples. We will make this the last hole. And part 2 in the next couple of days, hopefully, we'll be at 100 games. And we'll take a look and see where the clubs are. Alright, let's see. Clint says, I don't care anything about... Okay, wait. I actually used a rookie account in Tour 1 to learn how to power hook and slice. Basically costs nothing to learn the basics. That's a good tip, Clint. Alright, let's see here. If you're going to sandbag and let me on this Tour 1 with the Marlin, you might as well move up to Tour 2 and develop your extra mile. John, I would agree with you, with the exception of I want to see what it looks like after 100 games. I will go to Tour 2 in 100 games, and then I will play Tour 2 for 100 games, and we'll go back and look at the clubs. I'm very interested to see, and I want people to be able to go to YouTube and have someone say, this is what could happen. This is where your clubs can be on this tour. This is what, if you want to develop this club, this is the tour to do it. So for right now, we have... Oh, wait. There we go. So, the Rocket, the Viper. So you would have thought we'd be only developing the Horizon, but we're developing the Viper on Tour 1. The Grim Reaper, not a good chance you're going to get that club. And it looks like there's not a good chance to develop a long iron. You just have to be lucky enough to get a long iron with at least 1 or 2 backspin before Tour 1 can be conquered with no problem. Up until then, it's a crapshoot, because if you play anybody that's been to Tour 2, they'll have backspin, and there's no way you can beat them on one of the shootouts. All right, short irons, not Tour 1. Wedge, if you like the dart, it's level 6 after 50 games, guys. Level 6. Now, I understand that's also 50 chess. I get it, but this is showing you that if you want some darts, Tour 1, that's where they're at. There's a lot of people that are in the higher tours that are still using their dart because they don't feel like their Imbringer or Rapier or Firefly is developed enough. You know, they might have a level 9 dart but a level 2 Firefly. So the dart is a very good club once it gets up to level 6 at least. I'll say that, because at level 5 I still had trouble lining it up with the hole because I didn't see past the second bounce. But it's 2.8 now, and I can see almost to the third bounce. Alright, there we are, guys. That's Tour 1 after 50. We'll see it again after 100, and then we'll move up to Tour 2. We'll see what the next song is. We'll let it play out. And then we will shut her down. But I'm going to go ahead and try to get promoted to the Rookie 1 player division to unlock clans. So you can't even be invited to a clan until you're Rookie 1. So guys, you have a wonderful evening, and hope you finished your qualifier for the tournament this week. And I'll definitely be doing mine Thursday and Friday. I don't think I'll try to do 36 holes in one day. And then if and when they both make it to the weekend, I'll do them Saturday and Sunday. And yes, if you're lucky enough to get the Firefly, I'm telling you now, switch. But if I have a level 9 dart and I have a Firefly 1, I might be tempted to keep that dart in. Alright, Greg, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Let's see if I can find anything else to look at here. If you're looking at this for the first time and you're new, I do have this hooked up to Facebook, so it allows me to, let's see here, how can I say play friendlies? I'd have to go here. Come over here and I can play with friends, and I'm not going to show you how to do that because I don't Poor little Felix does not have any friends, and I'm not real sure I want a bunch of friends asking me to play a game while I'm playing the tournament yet. So, guys, hold off on trying to find Felix. The Ghostly Glades, it won't unlock until I get promoted, so it'll be gone after Wednesday anyway. So I'll be able to play the next one. All right, so down here we have recent holes, and the little heart. If it's got a heart on it, that means one of the shots it thought was good enough to put over here in your favorites. And if you disagree, you can just click on them and hit delete selected. It doesn't get rid of them out of recent, but after you get 100 of them over here, you'd have to delete one, your favorite shots, to be able to put another one in. So we'll go ahead and play a replay. Felix shot 2. John, that is a very accurate description of exactly what I'm doing. Yes, I am a sandbagger. But I'd like to say I'm doing it to teach, but I am having fun. So, yes, I'll take it. Oh, I don't want to share. Let's hit watch. All right, so it's a fancy little chip. If you're very proud of your shot, then you definitely want to put them over in favorites. And I'm going to wind it down here, guys, in just a second. Let me find a good song to do it with. Is this NCS Live, by the way, which means I can play this free music online. Doesn't have a lot of choices, a lot of good choices here. We'll just go out with some good old Alan Walker, the Sushi Remix. There we go. All right, so when this song finishes, I will be gone. I will be done. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and go to a recent shot. Let's say I want to save Felix shot 2.